now listening to the Good Bad Advice Podcast with Stephanie and Chase.
Hello. Welcome, you guys. We're back. We're back again to the Good Bad Advice Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Chase.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we give unsolicited advice to people in the news each week. You can follow us on Spotify if you want to watch a video of us, but I do just want to give a warning if you watch a video of us for two things. The first is, yes, these are my real legs.
Yes.
And yes, they're
legs
on full
are
display.
Summer
because
legs are
the
out.
office, unwittingly, we had it set for heat. And it was like, did you want it to be a furnace in here?
Guys, it's
Check.
hot in here.
So it's hot. So we can't have the blanket because normally I'm in short shorts, but I just have a blanket covering.
Yeah.
You guys, no idea what's going on underneath the blanket. It's very much high school.
Sorry
goodbye
about that.
shoes. And so we're trying hard, but I realized that if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, which we actually having a large number of people watching now on Spotify. Sorry to show so much leg without warning. I don't know if we could put like a banner, just like right here,
podcast.
an explicit podcast, not for language, but for visuals.
For upper thigh.
Yeah, for an upper thigh. And then also, I just have to apologize if you're watching online because I have to tell you this story.
Yes.
And I started to tell Steph, but then
this is a problem with the both of us though, that I'm like, oh, if I have a really good story, I don't text you immediately. We're like, no, I'm gonna save that for the pod.
No, and then we didn't do the pod last week because
Easter.
Easter.
Life and Easter.
We were risen. The tomb was empty, and so was your podcast queue. And then we were like, we're back. Okay. So earlier this week, so Steven's been on tour since Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're going on 6 days.
Yes.
This is a long stint.
Uh-huh.
And oftentimes when he's on tour and it's a long stint, as you know, I make
Chase gets
poor
a little
choices. I get very
He gets a
bored,
little
and I
bored.
make poor choices.
And if his
Like,
calendar isn't stacked.
in November, fully. That's what really happened. Because
he cuts his hair.
In November, I dyed my hair black or
Yeah.
dark gray or dark brown, and then it fell out.
Yeah.
The hair fell out. Then I got a recall notice from Target, like, hey, you recently purchased the beard hider, and it was like, jokes on you, your hair all fell out. And it was like, I was in the shower.
Cool.
Then like 2 months ago or a month ago, that's when I cut my hair, and I called you. I was like, I think I'm just gonna cut my hair, and you were like, maybe go to a barber, and I was like, zzz.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, I had ordered and I got a Korean skincare like TikTok shop.
Oof. Okay.
Thing.
Yeah.
I love the cleanser, the little collagen thing. Like I was doing so good. And then on Tuesday, I was like, or Wednesday, I was like, kind of late home. I got home late, but it's not too late where I just go to bed. And so what am I going to do to kill for an hour? I know. I'll use one of those collagen masks.
Oh.
That's like you go to sleep in the collagen mask and it's like white, and then you wake up and it's clear and it's like, look, it all seeped into your skin. And here's the one.
Wait, you left it on all night?
Okay, first off, you're acting like everybody knows that you're not supposed to. But I've seen that's like, wake up with me, and they pull off their mouth tape and their head wrap and their heatless curls and then the collagen mask. So I was like,
yeah, so those are fake.
Okay, well, first off, no one tells you that.
First off, you should have called me before you put a skincare product on your face
second
overnight.
off, I should have just read the box because it actually has a warning. Do not leave on longer than 3 hours.
No.
But Papa Chase is like, should I just put it on now at 9 o'clock at night and then take it off at 8 in the morning? We should. So I gave myself a chemical peel inadvertently because let me show you this picture. I almost sent it to you. I left it on for 11 hours. And when I tell you that there were... that is what I can't show everyone because that is really embarrassing and I'm not clothed. But, and she's gasping because of the burn, not because of anything else. That's what I did to my skin. So that was Wednesday morning.
Your precious, sweet angel baby skin.
Then thank you because I've actually
your skin is gorgeous.
I've been very lucky on skin.
Yeah.
I feel like, speaking of Easter, how like Jesus had to feel everything for us. I know what it's like to have bad skin. I've had it for 3 days and it's awful.
Yeah.
Because I then thought
I've had it for 3 days and it's awful.
I then thought, okay, you know what my skin really needs?
Mm-hmm. Please,
okay.
I'm dying
I
for it.
just thought it needs some steam.
No.
To like loosen it up because it felt so tight. That's what was so crazy is it was so tight. I was
Yeah.
applying moisturizer like crazy.
Yeah.
Sierra Pogue, shout out. She is a phenomenal esthetician. And so she was like, great. Just like, well, actually I didn't call her until yesterday or 2 days ago because I then was like, you know what I should do? No, I called her last night because I was like, I'll just do a couple of days in the sauna and it actually, or the steam room and it like relaxed my skin so much. I mean, I didn't realize what I was doing to my skin because then I sent Sierra pictures of like what it looked like last night. And I was in a Target trying to buy the stuff she told me to buy. And I was like, this is what I look like in public. And she was like, oh, yikes, girl. So I just want to I want to say back to you what your thought process was. And maybe you can find the mistake. And I was like, I hate this game. I'm in. So she's like, so you burned your face with a chemical and then then you had a chemical peel. So your fragile baby, like so soft face.
Yeah, so soft face.
You thought, I know what it needs. Extreme temperature.
Yep.
And sweat.
Yeah, you probably ruined your skin barrier.
And I was like.
You can repair that.
Okay. I was like, wait, what? And she's like, right. So for multiple days after you gave yourself a chemical burn, you were spending 30 to 40 minutes in a steam room.
You're not even supposed to go in extreme temperatures or the sun.
You're not even supposed to like sweat. You're not supposed to do anything. I mean, I'm still working out. Like that's kind of a pain as I have to like keep toweling my face. But so I am wearing a hat. I know you're like, I was just like, is he supporting his man's band? Yeah. This is a Gentry hat.
You can't really tell it's a Gentry hat though.
That's why I bought it. And then JK half. I'm not a huge just like if it's not Gooch, I'm not wearing that label. You know what I mean?
Which stance?
Or Stance or Lululemon or Adidas. Actually, I'm a label whore. Look at me. The more you know. Yeah. So I just want to apologize to everybody for my legs and my face.
Careful with the hat though, because the rim, you'll sweat in your hat.
I'm only wearing the hat for the show.
This. Okay, great.
Yeah,
great.
no. And when I was
just
in
for
public
our viewers
earlier, I feel like I'm a celebrity.
Oh,
kind of like just out like in my workout clothes, going to the mall. I went and grabbed Margot's daughter had a birthday party that I just came from, and so I went to the Lego store there, and I like walked in just to get her little like Lego friends, and I like had my hat like pulled down, like I just was like, sorry guys,
no one look at me.
I know I'm famous, but don't look at me. And everyone was looking. I just feel like all they're looking at is like how disgusto my skin is.
You know what's crazy though? When I saw you like before we started, I did not think.
Wow, why is he such a prepubescent boy?
No, but your skin usually is so like glowy.
Yeah.
I didn't like look at you and be like, whoa, what happened to your skin?
But now that you're saying it, you're like, yikes.
No.
You're just like that poor guy.
No. Here's what you really need. Here's my advice to our listeners. If you want to do some new skincare, start with a retinol and some sunscreen.
Start with hyaluronic acid. Which apparently is just hydrating stuff. And that's like as fancy as you should get unless you go to professional. That's what Sierra taught me. She was like, major skincare changes to you should be done with a professional who could be like, hey, here's the order that you should do. You shouldn't just douse toner all over your face when it's dry.
Cleanse, tone, hydrate, moisturize, sunscreen.
Wait, but you have to add in repair because it goes wash, cleanse,
well, it's technically
toner,
like wash, cleanse,
and then repair.
But that's like a hydrate. That's like hydrate is like serum.
Okay, yeah.
So that's like repair.
That's when I put my things in. Okay.
Yes.
I will say there was this one brand out of Target that had on the side of the product, it was like the Ordinary. 7 steps that you were saying, and then it had an arrow and was Biome, and then it was like this is where you're supposed to apply it.
Excuse me, are we a health and wellness podcast?
Well, hey guys, welcome to Goop. I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. This is my friend from Poosh, Kourtney Kardashian. We look a little different, but that's because we didn't have hair and makeup today. Color is crazy. We wish you well. I have an amazing candle for you girls. You're gonna love it. It's the smell of my putang. Remember how she did that?
Do you have a retinol?
Oh my god! I thought you were asking. Do you have one of her candles that smells like vagine?
No.
No.
No. I would not. Be
unironically, the scent of vagine is not in our house.
Like a Pura loyalist.
Same. Oh wait, whatever happened with our order?
We haven't put it through yet.
And by we, I mean it's just Stephanie's order.
I am gonna put my order through before I tell all of you this. Pura launched a new scent called Madame X. It is in partnership with the Met Museum. It is so good. When they gave us a sample of it, I was like, listen, ladies, can we put that on a bottle that I can use daily? It's so good. I'm trying to use ChatGPT to find a perfume that mimics the scent profile.
Really?
Like,
okay.
It
you know
is
what
so
scent
good.
I've
I
been
love
using?
it.
What perfume, not perfume, cologne, or like scents have been like the Phur.
Yeah.
They showed up on my TikTok shop. I'm just a TikTok shop loyalist,
Yeah.
honestly. The Korean skincare and this one scent. Some of them didn't work for me, but some of them I really, really like. So you commented that I smelled earlier. Really nice. That was really similar.
Wow.
I will say this episode should be sponsored by Pura. The biggest game changer was my week. Yeah. So I know Steven's family doesn't listen to this podcast. Yeah. Actually, can I tell you a story? So one time, maybe this is like right when we start the podcast. So the fall of after our first year, and the fall of our first year. So first season last year. We're at one of Steven's nephew's football games, and we're just in the stands. And Steven's sister, one of them, Shiley, goes, I'm just looking for an amazing new podcast. Does anybody have any recommendations? And I think I told you this when it happened. And I thought she was like joking. And so I was like, I don't know, maybe like one that gives like good and bad advice. And she's like, no, I don't want to listen to that. I'm looking for like, then she like said something specific. And I was like, oh my God, Shiley, I was saying I have a podcast. She was like, oh, that's okay. And I was like, oh,
that's okay.
So I know that they don't listen.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang, what was I just going to tell this story? What were we talking about right before then?
Pura.
Oh, yes. Game changer. We had meant to give Steven's parents, we ordered as part of Christmas, Pura as well. We just never gave it to them because their family did like, we're all giving gifts to the cabin this year. And so we didn't have like a designated, hey, individual gifts to each other. So we just had them stacked. And I was like, I guess we can just save these for Mother's Day for Steven's mom. Well, I was like, what are they going to do with two? You know? And so I took one and I have it in my office. This whole week, this is the first week that I had it installed. Yeah. And I just have the timers on with the different scents. And I have a morning scent and an afternoon scent, just subtle. You walk in, incredible. It's such a vibe.
No, it's so
And
nice.
then I was at Target last night just wandering around in public trying to get face cleanser. I went to the Magnolia collection with Pura is there.
No, Studio McGee,
sorry.
Studio McGee and Threshold.
Yes, amazing scents.
Magnolia, we're coming for you.
It was actually Joanna, Chip.
We're trying.
That was a really, 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 and mostly sold out. Like your collection, your collaboration with them.
Studio McGee fragrances. And you know what?
Incredible.
She puts in so much
or
work.
however you say Bear.
Bergamot.
Bergamot. I love that scent.
Okay, there is not a scent that has bergamot that like I am not consuming.
Yeah.
Like the smell of bergamot is so slept on.
We should have one in here and just turn it on when we're in here because it's such a mood changer.
What's so crazy is like the way I know a candle has ambiance. Like I will not deny you that, but when you walk into your house and it just smells good.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what a glorious experience.
When I'm sitting on the couch, our Pura in our main room is just to the left of the couch. And I'm sitting on the couch and the light from the Pura comes on, which means I've hit the whatever schedule time. I'm just like, it's going to be nice.
You know what's a great one too? When people are about to go into like your powder bathroom or whatever, just turn it on really fast. On high.
So slick.
So it just like immediately starts smelling good.
Yes. And what the other thing too that it's different about candles, I will say, and we're not trying to come for the candle market, but candles are so much more centralized. Like you have to be really close to the candle to appreciate the scent.
No, and you have to burn it for so long for it to smell good.
And then it's gone.
Or like permeate.
The Pura I have used for like some of mine are like 100+ hours of scent. That's going on way more than a candle ever could. She wishes. Did you
Not
ever
to mention my ADHD could never.
Are you getting the minis?
Always forget to blow out a candle.
Are you able to get the minis? Oh my God. The number of times I've left a candle on and come home and been like, thank you, God.
Yeah,
I am so sorry.
Literally, I don't use candles anymore because of that, because I kept doing it. Draven was like, you're going to burn our house down.
No, literally.
The
Last
house
night when I was at Target,
not
I was getting...
a rented house. Like, our house. You're going to burn
our house, our memories, our homeowner's
down.
insurance. Oh, we're dealing with ours right now because that stupid flood. And this is actually just a good little piece of advice.
Yes.
You can fight the insurance companies.
Yeah.
And just being like, hey, I don't want to pick a fight with you, but I'm just not accepting it as though whatever you say is gospel, Yeah. So I'm in the middle of fighting with them. But yeah, the Pura, what did you find out about the minis? Are minis on the table?
Yeah, I believe so, yes. Great for a powder bath.
I was just going to say the powder bath is, when you were saying that, I was like, oh, that's so smart to just use that in there and get it taken care of. And that's what made me think of my bathroom. Amazing. Okay, so we haven't seen each other for dose
years,
weeks. Tell me, how was your Easter weekend?
Oh, it was gorgeous. We didn't even do a traditional Easter dinner. Cool. My dad did tri-tip, which is incredible.
Amazing. Where does he get it from? Is from Snyder's? Snyder Brothers Meats. Kev, let us know where you get your tri-tip.
Schmevin Farrow, if you could let
the podcast know, good
know.
And bad advice on all social media platforms, just send us a DM.
Let us know where you get your tri-tip.
Let us know where you get your tri-tip, because I love a tri-tip.
Peppery
tri-tip. With a mashed potato.
Yeah.
With the creaminess of a mash and a peppery
asparagus and pretzel jello, and you just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, so delicious. Not very, your normal Easter where it's the egg hunt and blah blah. We didn't have Bailey because she was in New York with her mom, so it was very much an adult Easter.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. Still
so fun.
Beautiful. I'm loving the weather change. We did yard work today, and
it's not work when it's beautiful.
And here's the thing too about yard work, and I'll just shout out to the moms. You guys are warriors. Yeah. My mom was out slaving doing yard work on Saturdays, and I did not appreciate how hard that work is.
I was talking to
sitting
Chelsea,
on the ground just individually picking weeds.
No, I was talking to my twin sister today, Chelsea, who was like, "Oh, I just planted the garden today. I worked in the garden," because she has this. She's really a phenomenal gardener, vegetable garden that she has. And so she was like, "Yeah, I was just planting the blah, 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 blah. I was out there for a couple of hours. I had to come inside just to cool down." And I was like, oh my God, you're an actual parent. Yeah. You're an adult. Yeah. You have a house. She's kind of homesteady. Yeah. But I'm you're actually homesteading.
Yeah.
Well flippin' done.
I just can't think of one vegetable I like enough to plant.
Okay, but I will say, what's delicious?
Maybe a tomato.
Onions. Planting onions, they're actually super easy. We're going to plant them because, we have those little cedar boxes. So I'm planting
green
onions.
Or just onions?
Onions.
I don't even love onions that much, though.
I love a Vidalia, but a sweet onion fresh.
Did you just use the Latin term for an onion?
No, a Vidalia onion is a type of onion. It's very sweet. It's the one that's a little bit.
Maybe a shallot. You could make
I love a shallot too. And then
the nice thing risotto?
About you really just put the shallots in. It's certainly risotto. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, we're definitely not a food podcast. She's like, a shallot risotto, a white wine risotto. Woo!
Exactly.
No, you use those for the base of a risotto. Shallot, white wine, arborio rice.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's not it would be
no, that's what I was saying,
cut up shallots in the. It's
that's
not
what
a
I thought
French
you were
onion
saying.
soup.
I thought you were saying a shallot risotto. I'm no, you
mean
a
sausage risotto,
squash risotto, or a lemon and pea risotto, an asparagus.
No, I said shallot risotto because you like making risotto.
I love making
shallots
risotto.
to flavor the
We're
risotto.
Gonna do that. I think onions are the one vegetable that I'm pumped about. Onions, and then we got an herb garden as well.
I feel herbs. Even I feel I wouldn't use
cilantro, fresh cilantro. But are you a cilantro? Oh, I was gonna say, you must have an aversion to that because you have the gene.
No, the thing is it doesn't even taste soapy to me. I just feel if you put cilantro in something, it mostly tastes like cilantro.
I know, and it's delicious. I love cilantro so much.
Tomatoes,
basil. Tomatoes are really hard.
Yeah.
Because you have to get it so hot. We have a lot of
basil plant. I usually just keep inside.
A basil plant you could do. My parents gave us a little indoor herb garden thing with a light and everything. Before. So we pulled that out when we were looking at getting seeds. We're gonna do that this week or next week because I think it's supposed to be the 1st of May is when.
I feel I'd be more inclined to do fruit, but fruit is so much harder to take care of. And
so much harder in Utah because we don't have a super...
Chelsea, please let me know if I am actually capable
Chelsea's
of doing something.
done watermelon and cantaloupe, I think. Those are bushes. But then she does garlic You love garlic. You just want to get the minced thing from Costco. Yeah, no, same. But she does like fresh garlic, and then she'll do like, I mean, she really does an amazing job. So good job, Chelsea. And good job you being out doing yard work.
I am a warrior.
Well, I had my kids here last week for spring break. We had just such a great time. Our Easter, we hosted Easter. We did the whole catered thing, and then we did a really fun. The scavenger hunt ended up being a blast. So we didn't have an egg hunt. We just did a scavenger hunt. Daybreak did have the egg hunt the Saturday before Easter. Thousands of people were there. I hated it. It took me 20 minutes to get out of the neighborhood just because so many idiots. And here's actually another.
Does your neighborhood have a Facebook group?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not on it.
No, you need to get on it.
Becky, send me the link.
The neighborhood Facebook groups is like where the drama
neighborhood and Ring Camera
at. Like, it's better than Ring Camera.
Well, yeah, because you get to look at the profiles.
So personal. Like, it's so personal. And like half the time it's a lost cat. But then like one time they were like, hey, whose kid is this? This kid just walked into my house.
I do need to get into that.
It's so funny.
Well, I have to give a little update with the kids because they came for spring break.
Yeah.
The best trip we've ever had by a mile. Here's my advice. Because Steven and I really tried to figure out why did this work so well? Like, why was the trip so great? And every time they're here, we have like unbelievably great time. But sometimes there's like drama, and sometimes it doesn't always work, or sometimes there's something that happens, and it's okay. And if that's your experience with your kids, great. That's so human. It's fine. But what we've distilled, we did right by them was treated them older than they were. Mm-hmm. Like, we kind of leaned into the like, hey, you guys are kind of teens. So like, let's talk about when you go to bed when works for you. Yeah. But we'll tell you before when we do family prayer, because you do family prayer before bed. It's like when we do family prayer, we'll tell you kind of what the
plan is for the next
day. Our
plans
are for the next days, and you let us know how much you want to be a part of that. It was so easy. It was so fun with them. They like, Stephen and I kept doing the things that we normally would be doing. Mm-hmm. So we did gym, working out, lunches with friends, like our normal life. And then we just gave invitations for the kids to do whatever they wanted with us. It's like, if you want to come. Sometimes they chose it. Sometimes they were like, actually, we just want to hang out with friends. Yeah. Sometimes Charlotte was like, I'm going to go to Young Women's. And then I want to hang out. We'll go to the food trucks or whatever else. And it was just, it is so weird when you get to this stage. And I don't know if other parents can relate, where up until now, I feel like I have been responsible for like the fun and the, having to do everything. And then letting that go and being like, actually, if you guys want to hang out with your friends, fine. Even though you're only here for a short period of time, if you're out of the house with a friend, I'd rather you have that experience and be like, but you have to be with me because you guys are so young and I want you to stay with me forever. No, and that was sad. Like, that's a little loss. Sad. Like, I feel but like also such a gain.
We are like, Bailey is kind of right in that like age where she's just like wants to hang out more with her friends or do something by herself than versus like do something with me.
Totally.
And like sometimes I'm like sitting in my room or doing something. I'm like, wait, no, Bailey doesn't want to hang out with me.
Yeah, no, literally where it's like.
But then you're like, wow, that's
okay,
like, I know when I was a teenager.
I guess. Yeah. And letting their kids, like, someone had said on social, and I'm sure I'll misquote it, so I won't even attempt, but just saying learning to love every phase of parenting is the way to love parenting. And I'm liking this new phase and saying goodbye to the old phase. So it was like really, really, really fun.
Amazing.
So, and we boxed. Both my kids were excellent boxers. And then Charlotte and I'll have to post that video of us dancing because we had this. Charlotte and I had made up a dance when she was like 4 or 5. And there's a video of us dancing. Did you see? Yeah, you commented on it.
Yes. And I also have a sub question based on my yard work that I was doing today. Do you ever sit on your porch swing? Be honest.
All the time. I literally sat on it yesterday.
Do you sit on it together?
With Steven?
Yeah.
I mean, now that I've lost some weight, I feel like I'm okay with that. Before, when we were buying the house, I was like, porch swing, and I'm going to go sit on it. And one of the people I was with, said, I went to go sit on it. She was like, oh, or he was like, oh, careful, weight limit. And I was like,
and then I murdered them.
So I was always really nervous. So yes, have we sat on it together? Yes, but we have those 2 Adirondack chairs on our porch as well. That's better if we're just sitting together because then we can talk. Sitting on a porch swing next to someone while trying to talk with them is a little motion.
You're like, oh, okay.
Okay, got it. You know.
Also, we're just getting older, so it's like sometimes a porch swing makes me nauseous. You know,
no, fully.
That's crazy.
Hopping off the porch swing is a risk. I'm letting it come to a complete stop, and then I'm just slowly falling off. I'm like, okay, great. There's no jumping.
No,
there's no in-flight entertainment. Or I am the entertainment. It's crazy
to start getting to an age where you're like, even just. You getting into a car, out of a car, you're like, ooh, don't step on your knee wrong.
Oh, okay, so at the gym this morning, we were doing something, and the guy who's like my age in front of me was supporting his back with his one hand while he was, I think he was just doing normal squats.
Yeah.
So he was doing this. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if he's like injured. Yeah. No, he was just because someone had said, like the trainer had said, careful with your back. He's like, oh, that's good. Just getting old. And I'm like, we're the same age. So I'm now wearing a back brace.
Yeah, of course.
Just if I'm going to the grocery store,
back brace, tiger
I'm not
patch.
getting anything. If a item in the grocery store is on the bottom, we're ordering it on Amazon. Like I'm not
RDO.
risking pushing. And I lost my wallet with my Costco card in it, my sub wallet. No. So we're not going to Costco, but that's great because I don't know if I could really, the torquing of lifting the bottled water, it's always a risk. We're old.
We're old.
We're way old.
And because we're old, we need a retinol.
Because we're old, we need
a retinol for your skin. You need to start wearing SPF, my brother.
I love an SPF. I actually don't like being in the sun, as you know. I don't like being outside. So so I think
you know
that's
what
why
hours
my skin
I
looks so
love
good.
being outside. 8 to 11.
At PM?
AM. PM. 8:30 to like 10.
I'd like this.
Anything in between. Too hot.
Yeah.
Too hot, too sunny.
Well, I'm already too hot, but I can't take off this jacket because I'm only wearing a tank top, and I feel like my nipples are going to pop right out of here and tell everybody, hello, we're going to Pride. And it's not nipples. June. Hello. Shh. Sorry, my nipple was trying to make a scene. Okay, we've got a couple 3GBs.
Yeah, I actually literally only have one.
Oh, jeez Louise. I just opened my phone and it was the zoom in of my burn.
Yeah. I actually only have one because
Yes, but I'm excited to hear about this.
I've mostly been watching Married to Medicine and I have forgotten all other television, which is...
That was me, though, for a while, remember, because I binged 11 seasons.
I'm literally not watching anything else besides Married to Medicine.
Because it's so good.
Because it's so good. I don't want to... Like, this is not a knock on any of these, but, like, haven't turned on Summer House.
Same.
Haven't turned on Beverly Hills Reunion. Haven't turned on, like...
I didn't even watch half of this season of Beverly Hills.
I haven't finished Southern Charm. Like, I have not watched anything else. And I haven't even been reading as much.
Miss Quad. You know
what's so crazy? I'm also seeing... We usually, when we're watching the same show, we're like, you send a list of your... first
people
to last,
were liking,
who you like,
ranking the cast.
If it's a person you actually hate, it's like space. They're at the
That's
bottom.
how. Yeah, we'll have to get a screenshot. Let me make a note of that.
Yeah,
we'll have to do a screenshot of like how we we rank people because we've done this for years.
Every show we're watching similarly, but I am understanding your rankings more because when he sent me his rankings, I was like,
yeah,
you must know something that I don't know. And you were correct.
Yeah.
You were correct on
I
some
told
of
you,
these.
mostly on Quad. You had her.
Toya.
Toya
is the one.
Toya was the low for you, and she was number 2 for me.
And now she's high. Yeah. I'm like, oh, there you are, climbing the ranks.
Yeah. And the best part is
she's so reasonable.
The best part is that and Eugene.
Yeah.
The Eugene, her husband of it all.
How on earth? Okay, spoiler for Married to Medicine. Spoiler. Yeah. How on earth, when I sent you a message that I said, Curtis is obviously the best husband and the one that you would actually want to be with, did you not spoil for me?
I know.
That he
had an affair.
Cheats on Jackie.
I know.
I could have killed
because
him.
I had told the other thing that I will say Steph and I are excellent at is we don't spoil.
No.
Because when I was doing Summer House and I was learning Summer House and you had watched it all, but I hadn't.
Yeah.
You let me go through everything. Same with Akatar. When Tampon, I was on Team Tampon, and then you were like, "Oh my gosh, yes, so good." And so then great. Team second one, when I'm like,
Resent.
"I'm sorry,
yeah,
what?"
Wait.
And then you were like, "I didn't want to tell you, but yes, that is the journey you needed to go on." We're like really good at respecting the no spoiler of it all.
We're not even like, oh my gosh, you're getting to such a good part. Like,
no, like I told you.
Yeah, you were like,
said about Eugene.
You just said back like, yeah, but I really loved Eugene.
Yeah,
I was like,
and I told you, I was like, I love Eugene. He's more of my guy, because I knew Curtis post season 5. And what season are you on now?
7.
Okay, I was gonna say because you sent me. The only thing I've teed up is the Simone and Jackie. But you've not seen it yet.
I'm terrified for that. I don't want to see
That's the only thing where I'm like, she's like, oh, and I think it's this. And then I'm kind of like, well, just know that it gets complicated. And she's like, oh, no, I can't see that. And I'm like, okay, get there and then call me. Emotional support. But tell us about your book. Tell us about the series.
Book that I read. It's a very popular series for the book girlies. It is Powerless. It is a 3-book series, and the 3rd one just recently came out. So it is a full series at this point.
What is it principally like? Okay. Is it Akatar or is it...
The most I would say it's like is Hunger Games.
Okay.
In that there are like trials.
Okay.
And like games that you have to compete in.
Okay.
But the premise of it essentially is that excuse me. They are in a world where there are people who are elites and they have magical powers, and then there are ordinaries who have no powers.
Okay.
Ordinaries have been the king has told people that ordinaries have a disease that spreads amongst the elites, and then it lessens their powers. Yeah, so ordinaries are being killed. This girl, you find out very early on, is an ordinary, doesn't have any powers, but she tells people she's a psychic, basically uses like perception to pretend to be a psychic.
Okay.
But she is actually an ordinary. So she ends up being in these games. I will say it is YA. It is not like spicy, but there is great romance in it.
Okay. It feels a little Hunger Games-y.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
Okay.
That was the first one I said.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Did I say that? I don't know.
I don't know because I remember I was trying to remember this one show that I did watch because we haven't done it for 2 weeks. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I had one teed up, so I had to quickly check. So I zoned out for a sec. So sorry about that.
Very much like Hunger Games.
Have you read the Sunrise on the Reaping?
No, I haven't.
I just got it. I just got it sent to me. I thought I ordered it. I ordered it when it was supposed to come out. I just got it yesterday.
I didn't read The Ballad of Songbirds or blah, blah, blah.
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Her writing is good. I just like... Ooh, it just feels like one of those. I'm like,
the problem I had with the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is that what I loved about
Rachel
Hunger
Ziegler.
Games, yeah, no, it was Snow White. No, did you also see that Tangled? The live action got put on hold.
I'm so sad. I love Tangled.
Sad too. But the problem is that what I loved about Hunger Games was I loved Katniss.
Yeah.
I loved Peeta. I loved Haymitch. And so the fact that Haymitch is in the new one makes me excited, but I don't know if because I didn't love Songbirds and Snakes because I wasn't interested in snow. Like I wasn't a fan of snow, so why would I care? I'm excited. I'll hopefully by not next week but the week after when I'm in after LA, I'll have used that time to hopefully finish the book.
Perfect.
Okay, so all in all, you recommend the
Powerless,
series.
yes, recommend.
But you're on book 1.
Only on book 1, barely started book 2. So
okay, cool.
But the girlies love this book, so I'm just gonna give it recommend.
All right, I've got several. First off, did you see the Minecraft movie?
No,
babe. That's my number 1 must see. Did I talk about it?
Really?
No, I didn't because I hadn't seen it. I've not talked about Minecraft yet because I wouldn't have seen it because I saw it last week with the kids.
You talked to me about it on the phone.
I talked to you about it.
Got it.
Because the vibe was everything.
Yes.
The first showing we went to, we took my friend Molly the mom's son Noah.
Yeah.
And so Steven, Oliver, Noah, and I went to Minecraft. Charlotte was with her girlfriend. 7:20 movie. We walk in at 7:06. No one is in the theater.
Oh my gosh.
And when I bought the tickets, it was like a fairly full theater because I wanted to have the whole Minecraft experience, the whole chicken jockey, Flint and Steel, whatever. Steve. So if you're watching, I'm hitting all the highlights.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no, like I must have gotten it wrong, to the point that Ian Oliver, I think, was a little bit like, I think he'd hyped it up to Noah. Yeah. And so he was like, Dad, did you get the time wrong? And I was like, I promise I did it. Oh God. You know, the trailers start and then the doors open and hundreds of teen boys and college age boys flood in costume. Yeah. And I'm like, oh hell yeah. They crushed. It was so much fun during Chicken Jockey. Did I send you the video? I think I posted it. They were like throwing the popcorn. We got hit with water balloons. It was a whole spectacle in the theater. So then Charlotte felt like she got left out. Yeah. So we went back and we brought Jack and Piper and Daniel and Liv. So we brought like a crew. Yeah. We got inflatable Minecraft swords that were like $7 as we were walking out. I think it was like $8 as we were walking out. These two kids were like, can I buy one of those swords off of you for $10? And I was like, done. So I netted $2 and all but 2 swords. Yeah. It was really, really, really good. Take everyone in the family to go see Minecraft. It's one of the few movies that, you know, Jack Black, I think, has a really... What?
Bangers after bangers for Jack Black.
And Jack Black, he did an interview with Kelly Clarkson. He was saying that he turned a lot of projects down. And he was like, I think this one is the one that is like needs to be made. He couldn't have been more right. It's just such the best thing I've seen in a very long time. Extracted. It's on Hulu. I think it's a Fox show. It's all out now. And I'm maybe late to the game because we saved it for the kids. Such an interesting concept. Families in threes. So it could be like dad and then his 2 sons or girlfriends or whatever, right? 3 people. 2 of them are in headquarters. 1 of them is just in the woods without any supplies. Yeah. Then it's the only way that the people in the woods can be extracted, like leave the game, is if the people in headquarters hit a button that says extracted. And the people in headquarters are competing to get things for their loved ones in the woods, sleeping bags, tarps, whatever else. Yes. Then there's alliances because you can take things from other people. They have different challenges for people that are in the woods to try to like go get supply drops. Incredible TV. I hope it gets as many seasons as people are like they can find people. It was really, really, really good.
Amazing.
Get Me Out of Here, or Gotta Get Out of Here. New TV show. It just had the season finale last week. Half celebrities, a la Kim Zolciak, Cynthia Bailey, Omarosa, Spencer Pratt, an MMA fighter that I didn't know, but he looked great in a swimsuit, are all in a mansion with like normal people. Yeah. Did you see this show?
No,
all the
I
windows
saw one
are
preview.
Locked with like pass locks.
Yeah.
The doors are all locked. They're every second they're in the house, the bank goes up by $1 up to $1 million. If they all just stayed in the house, there's 20 of them, they each would have gotten $50,000. But throughout the day, throughout multiple times a day, they get escape plans randomly given to them. It'll be like, if you can escape, you know, so the bathroom window will open at $256,000. Yeah. And then they can get out, and if they can fully get out of the property line and get to the little car, then you get to take the jackpot, whatever the amount is, from the house. So they have people that are trying to watch to see if they can catch someone, because then you just hit a button and it locks the house, locks the gate. Yeah. And so whatever. Really good TV. Entertaining.
If somebody gets out, what do they get?
All the money. So, say like $250,000 is in the bank, and the door will open. If you can get out, you get all $256,000, and it takes it from the house, and the clock goes back to 0. And someone gets out. I will spoil before, and no one really sees it coming, because then the escape plans are even smart, where it's like, you need to find someone who else also got an escape plan where they can turn off the sensor for 6 minutes if they do this task. Yeah. So then like people are trying to figure out who they can work with. That's why alliances. It's smart. I really, really like it.
So somebody gets out and takes all of the money.
And then it resets. And so then everybody had to divide less money, because the pot, $250,000 of the pot, I think actually, I think it was like either $330,000 $330,000 was taken. Someone was able to escape. Maybe 200, something like Okay. Then I watched the Ransom Canyon, the Josh Duhamel Trying to Be Yellowstone on Netflix.
Is that the one where his wife died
Yeah.
and then
snooze.
What's so funny, my friend Megan, she's like, I watched the preview and I was like, oh, this looks cute, like kind of like cowboy
Same.
age gap romance. Turns it on, wife dies, son dies. It's like the first 10 minutes.
No, it's
she was
not
like,
for me.
this is not what I signed
but
up
I
for.
will tell you, okay, who is the girl married to? What's the name of the girl that plays opposite Blake Lively in Gossip Girl? Leighton Meester. Is that her? So is she the one that's in that?
I don't know.
Okay, I have to remember if that's her or not because
married to Adam Brody.
No, sorry, Minka Kelly is the girl.
Oh, yes.
And she's like good in it, but it's very much like the best analogy I can give it to is, did you ever watch Country Strong with Gwyneth Paltrow and
no,
but of the movie?
I know of the movie.
It's very coded like that, where you're like, oh, I want it to be a lot better, but it's just not.
It's like if Sweet Home Alabama was like bad.
Yes. Oh God, I love Sweet Home Alabama.
Me too. What a classic.
Okay, and then the last show that I want to share, or the last two, sorry, I binged episodes 1 through 3 of Hacks in anticipation of season 4 launching.
Seasons 1 through 3. Yeah.
Seasons 1 through 3. It's such good comedy. It's so smart. And then Your Friends and Neighbors. So it's based on a book. It's on Apple TV, and it's with what's his name from Mad Men?
Oh, John Hamm.
John Hamm stars in it with Jenny
Slate.
No, not Jenny Slate. I was thinking of the wrong girl. Anyway, and Olivia Munn. Oh. He is like a really rich, finance guy living in gated communities with the country clubs and everything, and then loses his job. He gets divorced, and so he starts stealing from his friends because he knows that they all have so much money. It's, when I tell you, the finest. Right now they're saying like, oh, it's the new Ted Lasso. Everyone's going to be hooked on it. It's not funny, but it's saying, like how Apple TV entered the sphere and then it's kind of like, what are you putting out? And then they put out Ted Lasso and everyone's like, whoa, Apple TV. Yeah. This is like another one of that. It's really
do you stream it?
Apple TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think John Hamm is criminally underrated.
Really?
Like, I don't think that people, like, he is so handsome, so funny, can play literally any character.
Yeah, he's an excellent actor.
Who can do Don Draper and also, like, be the idiot on Parks and Rec for an episode?
Or the idiot on Bridesmaids.
Exactly. Like, his range is criminally underrated.
Yes.
This is a John Hamm podcast. Rename it.
Yeah. I'm in. We can ham it up.
It's hammer time. And we just talk about John Hamm.
Hammer time. All right. We've got some people to give advice to in the news. Oh, so yes. I'm a yes on Your Friends and Neighbors. I support everything I watch except for the Canyon Ranch or whatever.
Canyon Rim or
what's it called? Random Canyon.
Were they like hot enough that it was?
but I've seen Yellowstone, so that's like.
Did season 5 of Yellowstone, like the penultimate season, ever come out?
Yeah, but I didn't get into it.
No, because Kevin Costner isn't there.
What
would I be watching that for?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm so happy you put these stories together, this one in particular, because I did want to actually talk with you about it because it's such an interesting dynamic. So JoJo Siwa is on Celebrity Big Brother.
Yes.
And it's wrapped.
It just ended.
And she broke up with her partner. It's a them. So I forget, how do you say it? She dumped them. She dumped them.
Dumped them, but it was her girlfriend.
JoJo dumped her girlfriend or them friend.
I don't know. I don't know the terminology.
Don't cancel us.
Okay.
Anyways, at the wrap party.
Yes.
And in part because do you watch any of Celebrity Big Brother UK? Like, did you get into that on TikTok?
Did not watch any of it, but saw so much on TikTok.
Same. But I say watched it. I mean, I don't have a VPN. I don't work for the government. I'm not in Black Ops. And when people are just get a VPN, I'm like, I barely even know how to get into online banking.
I have gotten a VPN before to watch UK
Love Island
Love
or
Island.
something. Yeah, I have no. I'm like, just come here. The most I've done is.
I think USA Love Island is. Did you watch last season of Love Island USA?
Yeah, of course. Did you see the spinoff? You didn't put that as a story, but Janae
I can't believe I didn't do that
and
as a
Kaylor. Oh my God.
Aaron.
They get their spinoff, which is great.
Thrilled.
But I have seen so much.
I think Summer House is
Who won Celebrity Big Brother?
I don't know who won. But speaking of, though, the TikTok lore is pretty much that JoJo and this guy, Chris Hughes, I believe, who is famous from Love Island UK, were like so flirty and like cuddling and close and canoodling the entire show. And Celebrity Big Brother in general, they have cameras on 24 hours.
Yes.
So there is so much footage of these two just canoodling the entire time, while we all know that she has a partner.
Yep.
So the fact that they broke up at the wrap party
is telling, but
suspicious.
Now you have to listen to what the partner's name is.
Gwen?
Kath Ebb.
Kath Ebb. Okay.
Gwen. And 2024 they started dating, so it's not a super long relationship.
No.
But what I will say is, here's what she told Entertainment Weekly, and this is what I live for.
Okay.
Like, we don't love we've both made it our decision, a mutual decision to do I want the tea. I want there to be humans involved here.
Yeah.
I don't want there to be talking heads. She says, or they say, quote, I honestly thought that I would come on here right now with my partner and be like, it was just a TV show and it was all fabricated and we're all happy as Larry. But the truth of the matter is I decided to show up for my partner and hold up my end of the bargain of being in a partnership and being a teammate. And I flew across the world to support and be there and hold that person in whatever they would be experiencing after leading such a wild experience. And instead, I was dumped at the after party with Chris in the next room with it, which is effing crazy to say out loud. Thank you. Thanks, Kath.
And I'm so happy that you gave us all that information, which is honestly, here's the crazier thing.
Hey, I have to finish reading. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ebb went on to further detail about her experience at the wrap party, saying, quote, I was told that there are confused feelings there. Do with that what you will. And that they had realized in the house that I wasn't the person they wanted to spend the foreseeable future with. Which honestly has been, as you can probably tell by my demeanor, so shocking that I feel kind of subhuman right now. I feel incredibly humiliated. I feel like so queer. Oh no, that's JoJo then in response. I just feel so queer. I've always told myself I'm a lesbian. And I think being here, I've realized, I'm not a lesbian. I'm just queer. And that's really cool.
Honestly, here's the thing. Was this a surprise to anyone?
That JoJo Siwa is an insane person?
Well, yeah, obviously that. But that she broke up with her? No, because we all saw all of the footage.
All of the footage, which is not, I have
hours
a love
and
interest.
hours and hours of tape. Here's my greatest advice. Actually, stay alert, stay alive. If you go on a reality TV show and you don't remember that there are cameras here.
Oh, no, she knew.
But, like, this
like, that's what makes it so gross to me.
Do not go on these shows without knowing and remembering all the time that there are cameras around you.
No, but I think that that's where it's such bananas to me is she knew that there were cameras. It's not like she forgot. Yeah. But she knew that she learned there, I actually think I'm kind of into this guy, which means I'm not a lesbian. I'm really just queer. And I know that my current girlfriend, who I'm in a relationship with, is watching.
To be
and
fair,
I'm putting
did
them
they
through
kiss?
that.
I mean, there was a lot of canoodling.
Yeah,
there was cuddling. There was back stretches.
Would you be okay with Traven doing that with anybody?
Absolutely inappropriate. Right. But did they kiss while they were there?
I don't know. I haven't seen that. I feel like if
it
I
already
saw that,
crossed a line.
Yeah.
But like
the line would have been, it crossed a line for us. I know that Hollywood would probably like blur that line like crazy, and people that are doing nefarious things in their secrets are also blurring the line. For those of us, they've obviously crossed the line, but kissing would be like line in the sand.
That's
everyone
for
would
sure.
have to
Line in the
agree.
sand, everyone would agree.
That's very much like Dorit Kemsley with the Amazing Race girl. They've now been spotted kissing, and then immediately afterwards,
line in the sand.
Dorit filed for divorce.
Yeah, I think that's like, but there was situations which I think like he kissed her on the forehead, he kissed her on the cheek, but like
they were intimate, but I don't know if they were like if it was sexual.
Yeah,
I would say. Okay, advice there, like you said, be cognizant of the TV, of the cameras, and also, you have every right to tell your truth.
Yeah.
And so I'm totally on Team Calf.
Yeah, both.
I
do think that JoJo is probably going to get a little bit more grace for this, though, given that, like, she was, like, openly living it on TV, like, and was going into her, like, separate interviews talking about it. Like,
she wasn't like, I don't wear a hat a lot because my head is just itchy. I realize it's like the 20th time I've taken off my head to just scratch.
Yeah, so you
sorry
shield
if you're
your
watching.
head.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Such an interesting couple. I did not know that they were dating. Billy Ray Cyrus and
Elizabeth
Hurley are dating.
Not in a million years.
Never.
Elizabeth Hurley is like the girl that you say that guys were like, she was my.
She was the pinup. Yeah, she was my awakening. She was the.
Her and like Kate Beckinsale.
Total, 100% from like Underworld, and then Katie Hurley from Austin Powers fame. Like that to me is such an odd thing. But the one major...
His hair is longer than hers.
Oh my gosh, you were just going to steal my thought. I was just saying the one thing that I can't get over is the hair. I don't know who spends more time in the bathroom getting ready. Is it Billy Ray Cyrus?
To be fair, like, she looks a little bit not like...
Well, how old is she? And I don't want to make this... I'm not being an ageist.
I thought she was late 50s.
But I would think so too. Dang, it doesn't actually say her age. Let me just look.
Yeah, no, I would have absolutely never.
59.
Yeah, late 50s.
Yeah.
I actually was going to say 60s because she looks a little bit like the decision she's made.
Yeah. Truth. All right. Gosh, this is a very lesbian episode today because Kristen Stewart married Dylan Meyer in a laid-back LA ceremony. It was actually gorgeous. I saw some of the pictures from it. Really gorgeous.
Here's actually my thoughts and advice about this.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, forever ago when there was stuff about their wedding because she joked about having Guy Fieri officiate? Yep. Mm-hmm. The only thing that wedding was missing was Guy Fieri.
I know.
And it's like, my advice is, like, if you have the chance for Guy Fieri...
And you don't take it?
...to officiate your wedding... in a fire print tuxedo, like, I just really think that you weren't trying hard enough.
Yes.
And like, I did have a gorgeous officiant, but if Guy Fieri was available, I would have considered.
I mean, I honestly would have gone to the wedding.
I never
completely, even if like the day prior you would have been like, "Hey, baby, I need Guy Fieri's willing to officiate." I would have been like, that does suck because they wrote a beautiful ceremony. And also, can I sit on the front row? Like, that's what I would have. I would have been like, wait, can we do brunch with him afterwards?
It's Flavor Town, baby.
Flavor Town. That's so funny. All right. The last story that we've got here, in addition to the ceremony that they had, another kind of like romantic. This is a very romance week.
This one's for the lovers.
Gigi Hadid wears a gold band on her wedding ring finger as she steps out with Bradley Cooper for her birthday bash, sparking engagement rumors.
Uh-huh.
Do we ship Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper? Because I feel like he's too old for her.
I agree.
She's 30 and he's what, in his 50s?
You know what's so crazy is like I can't in my mind even picture her 30. I'm like, she's 22 and he's 54.
He's 50. So she's exactly 20 years younger than him because she went out to her 30th birthday party.
You know what's like 20 isn't that far apart.
Okay, wait, how old are you?
Considering that I'm 31.
So you would be dating older than Bradley Cooper.
Oh, okay. So I'm out.
Or an 11-year-old. So that's just the age. Just to put it in context for you, they can't even pass the sacrament.
50.
No, 51.
51.
Let's look up actors who are 51.
Show me other people who are attractive.
I would be dating
that's
an
51.
18-year-old.
That would mean he is closer to my dad's age than he is to my age.
I was talking to someone recently, and they'd said that their general rule is that Lexi, hey, shout out, girl. She was saying the problem is that, because I said, how old were you willing to date? She's like, they just have to be closer in age to me than my dad.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Actors who are 51, Christian Bale.
Okay.
James Marsden.
Okay. It's just like the problem.
I mean, like, I also don't think that he's. Who is this? Stephen Org. He's a voice actor.
To me, Bradley
He's got
Cooper
a fully
looks
gray beard.
Yeah. It's
like Kevin McDidd. I love him from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Okay.
Ginge. Oh, Michael Hurley
Who's that?
Eli, this guy. Gorgeous blue eyes.
Wow.
Yeah, like that looks. Oh,
Ed
Ed
Helms.
Helms.
That 51. Who's
Ed
that?
Helms from The Office and Hangover.
No, not that 51.
Yep, you get to have him. Oh, Randall Park, sorry. We like him.
He seems
He's
lovely.
Cute. He seems like a really nice person. Okay, Peter Facinelli.
Wait. You mean Dr. Carlisle?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Dr. Carlisle.
Mm-hmm.
Would you date him? Mary, you're spending your life with him. You're wearing an engagement ring at your 30th.
Absolutely. Dr. Carlisle, are you kidding?
No, the actor.
Yeah.
No. You would really date someone that old?
No, he's so handsome.
Okay, or I was going to say, let's look up famous 11-year-olds. I don't want that on my search history. And I feel like...
we do not support that here.
No, obviously not. That's a crime. Gross.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Hee hee ha ha.
Laugh funny.
Laugh funny. I don't ship them.
No.
I want her to have someone younger. I feel like 50. Oof. This could get us in trouble.
Yeah,
it's too old to have kids.
Go for it.
It's actually selfish to have kids at 50.
They both have kids separately.
I know, but would they have kids together? I feel like having a kid at 50 is
you
just
think
like...
that Gigi wants more kids?
That's probably true. Not by her own body.
She's a 30-year-old model.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't want to have more kids right now.
What age do you think models age out? I mean, if you're a real
Depends
model,
on the model.
Not Giselle, not Heidi Klum, not these like anomalies, but like
Linda not like supermodels.
Not supermodel, just model.
I would say 30s.
30?
30s now.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I feel like 30 is still pretty young now. And like,
are you saying that because you're 31?
No, I think
you're like 30 is so young.
No, it's like the Golden Girls when you look at like what the ages of the Golden Girls were, true. And you're like, sorry, what? 50? And they had white hair, and we were like,
fully. They're wearing pearls and a cardigan. Huh? They're complaining about the weather.
Yeah, I think 30 now is younger, mostly because like we know to use retinol products and wear SPF.
This episode should be called Lesbians, Retinol, and what's the other? Oh, and SPF. Weddings. That's so funny. I don't like that as a relationship.
Lesbian retinol. Retinol lesbians. Retinol
lesbians. Honestly, it's really just meant to get eye attention. So let's just say retinol lesbians, because people are like, what in the actual hell is this episode? When it's just like Chase had a bad day, they're like, skip, viewer count goes down. Retinol lesbians add a 0. Everyone's like, what are these?
Like, how could they possibly
tie
that in?
A bunch of the lesbian friends that I have are like, what did he do now?
Yeah, your bunch of lesbian friends that you have.
Bridget, Brendan, Chanel.
Yeah, the ones that
Lindsay.
you're related to don't count.
Okay, well, I still have my lesbian friends in St. George.
What are their names? Quickly.
Chanel, McKenna. Remember, I met them in Switzerland. I see them multiple times a year. Every time we're in St. George, we go to brunch with them. I like them. I mean, lesbians and gays don't really play together a ton. Like, we're not, and I don't go to Pride, Venn diagram, butting up against each other. Yeah. Just because men would be the overlapping for you and me. And then being men, me and straight men. Oh, what was I at the other day where I was like, oh, they're being very straight. Dang.
Did they say, what's the phrase? The phrase when you like ask somebody, living the dream.
Oh, living the dream.
Living the dream is very straight.
Chelsea's husband Travis says that all the time. Just
it's
living
very
the dream.
straight
It's
to me.
very straight. I've never said that
also,
at all.
Like,
gays are more cynical, so they never are living the dream.
Love you guys. It's very straight white.
Yeah, very straight white.
Yeah.
That's our culture. That's your culture, babes.
Throw the chakra up. Chakra? Is that what that's called? I don't know.
I think it's
Shaka,
just called.
I think.
I think it's called hang loose.
No, it's called something.
It's called the hang loose, and it's definitely not called. I was gonna say something else, but I know what that's. It's called hello.
It's called.
Episode's over.
Call me later.
Hello.
Because I'm leaving.
All right, you and me, my queen. We're gonna go hang out. We're gonna go paint the town
Feel jealous,
red.
FOMO.
Feel jealous.
Have
We're
FOMO
all
that you're not
hanging
hanging out with
tonight.
us.
We're
hanging out without you.
Steven's out of town, and we're gonna go have some carbs.
Delectable.
Oh yeah.
I'm
And
thrilled.
did you see what I sent you? Where we're doing dessert. Cold Stone. It has the pistachio chocolate ice cream as like a thing, and we're for sure gonna try that.
Absolutely.
We'll blog it. Then I can write it off.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Oop, taxes. All right. Thank you guys, everyone. Follow us. Give us a like. Follow us on socials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And really just subscribe on Spotify if you have Spotify. Then the episode just comes right to your little account and you get to watch us.
Yeah.
And that we're hearing is just like what everyone's
No,
really
I have had
wanting. They
multiple
want
be
more
like, wow,
leg.
this is so premium.
They want more high thigh. Sorry about that. Sorry about my skin. Oh, it should be called chemical burns. Chemical burns and lesbians.
No. I like
That
Retinol
actually makes
lesbians.
it different type
Yeah,
of
then
podcast.
it seems
Yeah, it's a little. Well, we'd get a
charged.
different fan base. 40-year-old men. All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.